So you've watched every single Fast and Furious movie in the correct order. You've spent hours searching for your unlimited budget 5-car garage, and you've seen enough banana bread tutorials so you can make it in your sleep. Now what? If you're a car lover like me, you're missing live motorsport. By now we should have been a number of races deep into the F1 2020 season.
And it's lights out and away we go!
And we're all looking forward to seeing Vietnam's frankly crazy track layout. But just like everything else, the F1 calendar is completely up in the air. What if I told you there was a number of things that you could do to keep yourself busy during lockdown? I'm Elliot from AdFeeder, and here are 5 things to fill your motorsport void. It's crazy to think just how far gaming has come since titles like Gran Turismo and Forza first came out. Online racing is now a multi-million-dollar spectacle, with sponsorship from all over the world from some of the biggest brands, streaming to audiences into the 6 figures. And the beauty of virtual racing is pretty much anyone can do it. All you need is a controller. You don't need an expensive sim rig to get going. If you put enough practice into it, you'll soon be racing with some serious competitors. And just recently, Lando Norris headlined a star-studded cast on the F1 2019 game. This is probably the only time you'll ever see a Real Madrid footballer against real-life F1 drivers. But if the online racing gets a little bit too intense for you, don't worry too much. I enjoy watching the racing just as much as I do playing it.
Here comes Gallen to dive down the inside. Jeffrey Gallen, is he going to be able to take second place? Portilla has left in the win, but he's going to try and gamble and go around the outside.
For YouTubers like Super GT and Jimmy Broadbent, for example, their regular YouTube uploads provide an insight of what it's like to be a sim racer and some amazing commentary along the way.
I know the deal here, off you go mate, and you too. So we scored a double whammy there, and we can reuse the good old Fast and Furious meme here. Perfect use for it.
Now this one requires a steady hand, an immense attention to detail and the patience of a saint. Model kits could be a great way for you to scratch that motorsport itch. Just like esports, scale models have had a massive influx in 2020, and it's a great chance for you to build your dream car on a small scale and keep it forever. The best way to start is to keep it simple. Choose your favourite kit and learn the basics, and before you know it, you'll be making a scaled down version of West Coast Customs. During lockdown, it's really important to remember that the majority of the world is also stuck inside. Thankfully, a few searches online can lead you to a world of online tours from some of the biggest showrooms and museums in the world. Take the Peterson Auto Museum in California, for example, and their hour-long underground vault video with over 250 of the rarest cars in the world. It's really cool to see things like that. And now is a great time for businesses to be showcasing that on social media. With everyone stuck at home, everyone is stuck on their phones, so it's a good time to start putting videos out like that. Now, I don't know anyone who didn't love Skeletrix as a kid. The smell of that slightly burnt rubber, hurtling cars into crowds of stick figures and avoiding that dreaded crisscross. Now might be the best time to dust off that box in your loft to start building a giant track. If you've got kids, this is the perfect one for you to try as well. Why not set up your own racing tournament and see who comes out on top? We're all guilty of spending hours and hours scrolling through our phones, so this might be a great way for you to switch off and just have some fun. Now this one might be really obvious, but why not give your real car some TLC? If you have ever wanted to learn how to change the oil or fit a fresh set of wheels to your car, now might be the best time for you to do it. Why not head onto YouTube or check out some forums and you can start learning in no time. I'm constantly in awe of my father's ability to fix near enough anything on a car, and I've always wondered how he's learned it. And he's always taught me that if you do something regularly, it becomes the norm. So why not get underneath the car and see how you get going? So there we have it, 5 different ways to keep yourself busy during lockdown, and let us know in the comment section what you've been up to and which one was your favourite on this. And as always, stay safe and wash those hands.